Hey guys, Gibberish HS here today, and today we're going to be doing a custom card review for Battlegrounds. Yes, we're going to look at the top 10 heroes, custom heroes for Hearthstone Battlegrounds. This is going to be drawn from the custom Hearthstone cards website, so if you want, please check out them there. Without further ado, we're just going to get straight into it. The first card today is going to be the Steel Sentinel. He's going to be ranked at number 10. The Steel Sentinel has a passive hero power, and it says whenever you lose a combat, do not use the enemy tavern tier for damage calculation. So this would be pretty good, actually. What this means is every time you upgrade your tavern tier, whatever your tavern tier is, your hero starts with that amount of damage. So if you were at tavern tier 2, and you won a battle, your minions damage would go to you, and then plus your extra 2. So this would take away that, and it would really lower your chances of taking as much damage, and could help you survive longer. I put this at 10 because I think it's a little too powerful for current Battlegrounds, but I like the idea of where it's going. I think it's a very interesting idea, and it fits the card of the Steel Sentinel very well. So I really enjoyed it. The next card today is going to be Leroy Jenkins, who has a hero power of at least I have chicken. And that is a passive hero power, which means if you tie with someone, summon an angry chicken and win. So this would push you over the edge. So whatever you tied, you would get to deal that extra damage to it and win. This is a pretty cool idea. It has a lot of creative twists to it, and it's very subtle. I don't think it's quite powerful enough to make it into Battlegrounds, but it is a very creative idea, which if you can make it a little more stronger, then I think it could be good. So I really enjoy it, and I love how it's called At Least I Have Chicken. Next is going to be Harrison Jones. Harrison Jones is another hero who has a non-passive hero power. He costs 1 gold. It says, refresh Bob's Tavern. All the minions offered will be ones you don't own. This can be helpful if you already have a gold minion and you don't want the possibility of getting that. It does have a counter effect of, just if you want to get a combo, you don't want to use this. But, this could help you if you have a certain amount of tier 6 minions or tier 4 minions and you use this. This could help you limit your selection to what you want it to be a little better. I feel like this is a little better in the early game than it is in the late game, but I do think it's a good card. Good idea for a hero power, and it's something that I actually feel like could be in Battlegrounds today. So I really enjoy it. Next is Robo Hen 5000. Robo Hen 5000 has a hero power called Chicken Power. It says, after each combat, summon a random chicken. What are these chickens? Well, there are 3 chickens it can summon. So it could be the Goblins versus Gnomes chicken, which is just a 1/1/1 beast. And so you got that. Then you have Angry Chicken, which is a 1 cost 1/1 that has and rage, basically gain an extra 5 attack. And then you have the chicken from Roscoe's Rumble, which means overkill plus 5 attack. So you get a chance, you get one of these every turn. This is something that's actually very good for building in the early game. I don't think it's as useful in the late game. Now, on the bright side, what's good about Robo Hen is even if you don't need him, he's a good source for extra gold and help you get further along. So he's kind of got a minion attached with the Gileax Prophet. So interesting idea there. Next is Rend Blackhand. Rend Blackhand has a hero power you have to pay gold for. It costs 1 gold. It says choose a minion and attacks during the first next combat phase. So this is very important because if you have a minion with Wind Fury or a minion with Poisonous, you may want them to attack first. And if you also wanted, this could be useful for someone like just different situations like that. So I think he's a very interesting card, and I think it's very strong. I don't think it could actually be implemented into Hearthstone Battlegrounds right now, and I think if you did, it would need to cost a lot more. I think maybe if the hero power costs 4 instead of 1 would probably be a much more accurate thing the Hearthstone Battlegrounds would have. Problem is, 1 is just way too expensive to have that valuable. To be the first one to attack can really affect how the RNG of the game goes. So I think he needs to have raised the price for this to be a more realistic thing. Next is N'Zoth the Corruptor, who has a passive hero power that says when selling a minion, destroy it, you still get the gold. This is very valuable because how it helps you is you can use it to trigger death rattles, and you can also use it to just get rid of them entirely. So if I'm right, destroying it also eliminates the chances of getting it. This card is really cool. I think it's a little overpowered. By destroying it, the creator has said that it means basically that you won't be able to uh, get this card again. And I do think that's good and bad. Good news is, let's say you do this with like a Murloc or someone like that, some card that you don't want, or tier 6 minions, this does limit that chance of getting that. The problem is if you start doing this with too many minions, you're only going to get the same minions over and over again, which could be good, but it can also be bad. And so I think that's why this can never actually be in the game. Next is Merapi, which is one of my favorites. I think he has a lot of cool potential to him. Moorabi is a new hero for Battlegrounds. Sorry, just reading the text. It has a hero power that costs 1 gold, and it says Cryostasis. Hero power frees a minion in Bob's Tavern. Now, first looking upon this, you may be like, wait, what? Why would you want to do this? The reason why is you pay 1 gold, and you can keep 1 minion in Battleground, but everything else will change. A lot of times you freeze a board because you want one specific minion, maybe to get that 3rd trio so you can get the golden copy. But this card is really cool because that way if you freeze just 1 minion, you can get that one and still get almost a new board. So very valuable, and it's very strong, and this is something I feel like they could do in Battlegrounds. Now I'm not sure if 1 gold is something they would want to keep it at. I'm thinking maybe 2 gold, or it would probably be more. But I do think it's a very interesting hero power. Alright, now we're heading towards the end, guys. Alquiler, the Windlord. This is number 3. His hero power is a 2 cost gold, and it says Winds of Change. At the start of the next combat, give your leftmost minion Wind Fury. Now, this is a very powerful hero power, and I think it's very strong. My only problem with this is I do think that it needs to be more expensive. I think Wind Fury is a very valuable thing. Imagine this on Cave Hydra. That would be crazy if alright? So I do think they need to change that a little bit to maybe be 4 gold is what I think the more realistic price is. We do know that George Fallen has a hero power that gives Divine Shield. This isn't permanent. It's only for your next combat and is the leftmost minion, which means it would attack first. So it's very valuable. I think this price would be good if it was the rightmost minion. So, something to think about, but very interesting idea for a card, and I like it. Next is the Black Knight, who has a hero power that's passive. It's called Haunted Cavalry. And it says your minions can ignore taunt. Very interesting idea, because a lot of times what happens is you get big minions with Divine Shield, taunt, sometimes even poisonous, and you can't kill them, or by the time you do kill him, maybe his hyena has gotten huge, alright? So you gotta think of things like that. This hero power ignores it, and I think it's very good. I think a passive is a little too strong for this, and I'm thinking maybe if you paid some money for it, it would be a little more reasonable. Maybe if you paid 2 gold for this, you could ignore taunts for the next fight, which would be something like how Nefarian doesn't automatically deal 1 damage to all minions. Alright, this is something kind of like that I feel like you should have to pay for. But very interesting idea and very realistic, I feel like, in my opinion. And the final card is Chameleos. I really juggled between these last 3, but Chameleos I feel like is very strong and very creative. So his hero power is a 0 cost hero power that says discover an opponent's hero power for this turn. So this is really cool because he has also made an effort to let us know that even you can still get dead hero power, which can be very, very useful. And it allows you to do all kinds of different things. And the fact you get to discover is very neat. I would say you might want to make this a little, maybe 1 gold. But I do think this is one of the most balanced ones that we have seen of the creativeness. I think it's very cool. And it really is just a cool idea for a card, I feel like. So I like it. I hope you guys have liked this review of top 10 custom Battlegrounds heroes. And I will see y'all in the next video. Let me know in the comments below which hero was your favorite and what kind of differences you would make to them. And go check out the custom Hearthstone cards website. See all the new cards they have. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!